right, everyone. Thank you again for following the At Titi's House podcast. Thanks for coming back. For this week, we are going to be talking about a lot of good stuff. But first, I want to talk about our poll, because we did put a poll out there, right, producer?
Yes, ma'am.
And we asked people, how many people put their relationship status online or say that they're in a relationship? So you could either, because actually Facebook, you can put your relationship status. Instagram doesn't allow you to do that.
Yeah, no.
So Facebook, you can actually put your
and tag who you're in a relationship with.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You can do all of that. Okay, so I'm surprised that we have more people say no than yes. So what was the percentage of people that said no?
71% said no, and 29% said yes.
So when I think about that, I wish we would have known if it was more men than women that said yes or no. Is there a way to find out?
Let me check. I don't know if it gets that deep.
The only
into
reason I say that is because if you think about it, who would want to hide their relationship more, a man or a woman?
I would think you trying to set me up and had a
man or a woman. Who's gonna hide their relationship status more? I would think a man.
I'm gonna let you answer that. Yeah. Why you think that, Mom?
Because I just think that they sneaky sometimes.
Grimy.
Y'all sneaky as hell. Y'all don't want nobody to know y'all in a relationship, because you might be in a whole bunch of DMs like, hey, what's up? So you don't want nobody to know you're in a relationship?
No.
I don't know. To each his own. I can say honestly that I didn't put my relationship status out there. And I don't post it because I'm going to say if it was men, we trying to protect our relationships. You trying to
That's
protect the person.
That's what I was going to say. Whoever's doing it is to protect the
it's to protect the relationship that you're in, because sometimes you don't want anybody reaching out to your significant other talking about, do you know I talked to her on the phone?
You don't want your homies trying to, anybody. You don't want nobody that you don't really, that's not your family, that's not your friend. To really know anything about your shorty, to have any way to get in,
contact with them. People do be hating.
Yeah.
It's funny because I had told this guy I was in a relationship, and I ain't gonna say who you are, but that I was in a relationship, and he was like, I could set your man up and I bet you he'll cheat.
Oh, word.
And I was like, why would somebody want to do that? Why would you want to set me up? If I don't want to know, sir, if he's cheating, why would I want you to set him up to know that he's cheating? It's either you have trust or you don't. What you do in the dark, y'all, will come to the light. So if you out here lying and playing games, it's going to come to the light.
Yeah, whether you want it to or not.
Whether you want it to or not, it will come to the light. Trust and believe. Something will happen.
You least expect it,
somebody might see a hand with a tattoo on it and be like, that's such and such. Because you would be surprised. It's so crazy. How do you, on Instagram, how people, the trolls on Instagram and stuff will know, like, that's Lil Meech.
Yeah.
Or that's such and such, or that's such and such. And you're like, how are y'all finding this out?
They better than the cops at putting information together.
I'm like, how are y'all even finding this information out? I'm curious to know how y'all are finding this information out. So to each his own. Like, if you're protecting your loved one, I agree. Even for myself, that I'm in this situation where I have people contacting me and stuff. I don't want you reaching out to my significant other and telling lies or anything like that.
Exactly. Trying to set them up.
Trying to set me up, set them up.
Yeah, what the hell?
That's funny because that's crazy how people, even, you remember when Drake had the baby with his baby mama? They was like, that's that girl. They knew everybody.
Porn star shorty.
Yeah, they was like, oh my God, Drake had a baby by a porn star. Like, y'all, he's a regular guy at the end of the day. Why are you surprised? Why are you surprised?
They would have did it too if they had
women
the chance.
love Drake because Drake is touring right now. And when I tell you, women are throwing bras, y'all are throwing panties and bras on the stage. Poor Drake. Somebody threw a shoe at him.
Yeah, I seen that.
A big shoe. So ladies, which one of y'all wearing the shoe? I'm thinking a man threw that shoe. Because ain't no lady gonna throw her shoe up there. It was a Jordan. Like, are you really throwing your Jordans up there?
He was trying to get it signed so he could put it on eBay.
I didn't think about that. But it was a big shoe. I don't know. Drake even picked it up like a shoe. Like, okay, y'all throw y'all bras and panties up here, but these shoes, do people really do that? Because I remember, like, back in the day, That's what women used to do when they liked them the rock bands, and they followed
and even like Genuine.
Bon Jovi.
I was just watching a Genuine documentary, and he was like, "Yeah, like that still goes on in my shows to this day."
Really, as old as Genuine is, y'all, he's still fine though. But as mature as he is, let me just say, mature as he is, y'all are still throwing panties and bras on the stage. Like, are we still doing that? That's
Keep
crazy.
Throwing them.
But somebody threw a cell phone and hit somebody.
Yeah, that's when it get dangerous. Think about how far they be throwing. Like if you're in the arena and you really
you
throwing
throw
it
that
like
phone,
a football,
you can hurt somebody.
Yeah,
that shoe could have hurt Drake.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like if he didn't see it coming, luckily he was like, it looked like he was on another part of the stage when they threw it. So it looked like, he was safe. But y'all can't be throwing shoes and cell phones because the stars ain't going to want to come out. Exactly. Some of them leave the stage.
Over stuff like that.
So that's crazy to me. Like you got to be careful at these concerts because they're there to entertain you, but they don't have to be there. And even though you paid, if something happens to one of them, they have to leave.
Yeah, for sure.
Crack them in the head and they start bleeding. They're going to the ER and you done missed the whole concert. Like and at the end of the day. Now
everybody at the show mad at you.
Mad at you. Oh my God, they're going to find you too. Because I'm going to tell y'all, people will find you at these concerts. Oh my God. So let's get into, oh my God, Uruguay. Running out of water? Are you serious? How does that even happen?
I don't even know. Like how didn't nobody catch that they were depleting at a fast rate?
Uruguay, dígame, ¿cómo pasa eso? Que no tienen agua. Like, seriously. Yeah. And it's Montevideo, so I'm thinking, they said it's the first time in 74 years that there's a drought like this. So it's obvious that it hasn't been raining there. The reservoirs are dry. But we were talking about this as I was writing this down, and Kason and I were going to talk about this, is that I seen the movie Rango, and it just reminds me so much of this situation.
That's crazy.
It's a Disney movie, and it's crazy because there's no water. It's a drought in water in this Disney movie. And people are like bartering for water, or the rich people have the water. And it sounds to me like this is what's happening in Uruguay. Like, how does that even happen?
I have no idea.
Can they not tap into the other reservoirs for other cities or to get water?
They probably aren't. They're probably trying to hold on to their water so they don't end up in the same situation.
That's true too. And they're saying that I guess the farmers there are the ones getting 80% of the water. So if 80% of your water is going towards your farming rice farmers, and there was some other soybean farmers and stuff like that. So they're getting the majority of your water. How is your population that's 1.3 million only getting 20%?
20%, yeah.
That's crazy. Then the water company tried to mix water, salt water, and some other, the water that they had to make it last longer.
But stretch it out.
How are you giving people with hypertension, diabetes? You can't do that. That brings on a lot of health concerns too. Like at the end of the day, you can't do that. You cannot sit here and do that, people.
No, I was thinking like they don't have like Brita filters. You know how we got the Brita filters? You can just
but you still got to have water.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So
you still need water.
And you need water to do the Brita filter. And even if you use the Brita filter, it could take out the things. But just think a mass supply of 1.3 million people, you're going to have to give out Brita filters too. Do you know how costly that could be for a country that's already a third world country?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
It's crazy to me. It's like they have 7 to 10 days before they run out of water. Imagine that happening in the U.S.
Oh, it's going crazy. Just imagine. I mean, remember when Flint had just the bad water,
right?
And how everybody was just shining light on that.
Yes.
Like, what's going on?
Oh my God, it's so crazy to even think that a country can run out of water.
7 to 10 days.
7 to 10 days. Oh my God.
We're gonna have to update. We're gonna have to.
We're gonna have to come back with an update with that because I just feel like how does something like that even happen in a country where they said in 2005 is when they made real good water available to the entire population of Uruguay.
Which is a good deed. They were trying to take it in the right direction.
Exactly. But to say that it's crazy to me. How do you run out of water?
Yeah, they said the black market for them bottled waters.
Oh, I'm sure. Like you're probably paying $100 for a case of water. It's so funny because yesterday, water is expensive. Went to a restaurant yesterday for Tiffany's birthday and I don't like to drink the tap water from the restaurants. I'd rather have bottled water, but sometimes it just depends on how I feel. I'd be like, all right, I'm not going to be bougie today. I'm just going to drink this tap water. You know what I'm saying? But the bottle of just water was $5.
Y'all was back at Essence Fest.
$1 million for a bottle of water. I'm just kidding, but you might as well say. I mean, you could buy a whole case of water for $5.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like seriously, that's crazy. You might as well buy a soft drink. Like that's why people probably drink soft drinks when they go out, because water costs just as much as freaking on the menu. Why is water costing this much water? $5.
That means out of a 30-pack of water, they're making $150 off of $5.
Exactly.
It's a 30-pack of water.
That's crazy. I didn't even look at it that way, but it's so crazy that
I'm about to start hustling water then. If that's
it's crazy. It depends for me, the restaurant and where the location is. Like if I'm in Atlanta, I want to drink bottled water. I don't know why, because we live in Atlanta. It's like, oh my God, why are you doing this? But I have filtered water, so I feel like it's, it is what it is. But so while I'm talking about my girlfriend Tiffany's birthday, I want to do a poll. Ladies, this is specifically for the ladies. When you are invited to a dinner and it's your girlfriend's birthday, do you pay for her meal? Do all the girls there, guys too, because guys probably do the same thing too. I'm not going to make it a ladies thing. Let's open it up. Males and females, do you pay for the birthday person's meal? Because I feel like that's what you should do.
Yeah, you should.
Like so what? They picked the restaurant because they should. They made the reservations, so she did all of that. But what really made me a little upset was that, I bought her a gift. And on top of that, I was like, before we even went in there, I was talking to another girlfriend and I was like, we need to pay for her meal because it's her birthday. She should not be paying for her meal. So this morning I called her because I was thinking about it all night. And I was like, did we pay for her meal? Because the other girls were calculating like the tax between the 7 of us. With her is 7, but the 6 of us, the tax and everything. And I was like, I don't even know if we even paid for her meal.
Really?
So I called her this morning and I was like, Tiff, did we pay for your meal yesterday? And she said, no.
Really?
Y'all didn't. And I was like, what? What do you mean we did not pay for your meal? And she said that she ended up coming out of now her meal was like $40 tops.
Yeah.
With tip probably about 65. She said she ended up paying $92 because somebody didn't pay their tip.
Oh, so she paid somebody else's meal too. That's grimy.
Kason, that made me so angry because I was just like, okay, if it's my girlfriend's birthday, I had just went out with Alana on Saturday for her birthday and I bought her meal. You know what I'm saying? Because it's your birthday. You should not be paying for it. She was like, but my birthday's not today, friend. I missed your birthday because I was in Essence and you was in, she went to, Ibiza for her birthday. Yeah, so I was like, we'll get together when you come back for your birthday. And she was like, no, it's okay, friend. You ain't got to. No, it's your birthday. Like, I wouldn't have came to dinner with you if I didn't have the money to pay for your meal. At the end of the day, I'd have been like, girl, let's get a rain check. Like, whatever. But these girls last night, and I'm pissed about it. So when I called her, I was like, give me your cash app. I was like, how much was your meal? She was like, well, friend, you ain't going to believe this. I had to pay an additional monies because somebody didn't pay their entire bill. What? I said, how much was it? She said $92. So I just sent her the Zelle, the $92. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, that's some foul. You shouldn't have had to come out your pocket. And then she pulled out her credit card because you can only pay with one card, which a lot of restaurants are doing that when it's a big party. You know what I'm saying? Even when we was in New Orleans, they did it to me and Tiffany. And she just pulled out her card, not just, of course, Cash App. I was like, I could put it on my card. You can put it on your card, however you want to do it. She was like, I'll do it. But it was your birthday. Yeah. Why was you putting a $480 bill on your tab, on your card? Somebody else should have pulled out their Cash App. Everybody should have Cash Apped and did it. I said, did you know that you came out your pocket more money? She was like, yeah, friend, but it's all good. It's okay. No, it's not okay. That is not okay, friends. If you are invited to a dinner and it's your girl birthday, she should not be paying for her drinks or she should not be paying for her meal. And I just think that's proper etiquette. No. So I want to know, I want y'all to tell me, What do you think in that situation? Should we be paying for our friends' meals when we go out to dinner and it's their birthday?
Yeah, it's there. I mean, I might not pay for everybody there, but whoever's birthday it is, should be good.
Exactly.
It's their night.
It's your night to shine. It's your night to eat whatever you want to eat.
And if I don't feel like I'm going to pay for you, like you don't deserve that, I'm not coming to your party.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not coming to celebrate with you if I don't think.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not coming. And I even bought her a gift and I forgot. I was running out of there last night. So I was like trying to get home and I was like, okay, I forgot to give her the gift. And I was like, I even bought you a gift. Like I would have been the only corny one to buy her a gift because no one else came with the gift.
That's crazy.
I was like, oh, I'm glad y'all ain't my girlfriends. Because my girlfriends would not do that. So I just wanted to bring that up because that really, it really messed with me.
Yeah.
Kind of brings me to this story. DoorDasher comes up to a big house to deliver a $20 pie, $20 pizza. So he's from, it's pretty big. I don't know if it's a mansion because you can't really tell. The lady recorded from the video cam, the door cam.
Yeah.
But he was like, nice house. Thank you for the $5 tip.
You got to appreciate what you could get.
I feel like wherever you go now, people are wanting a tip. I've been to places, like I said, I've put an order at the counter. I've walked in. All you did was put the meal in a package and give it to me and I walked out. What do you need a tip for?
Yeah, this is what you're supposed to do. This is your job.
And everywhere you go now where they're using iPads for you to pay and swipe your card, they're asking you, do you want a tip? Yeah, I don't.
They say it's a tipping crisis. I seen a story about like how much tipping is up, how much people are asking for tips for the littlest. My post office driver, my delivery post office do ask for a tip. I'm just playing.
Oh, about to say, you see my face? I'm like, what?
No, I'm just playing.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I need a tip for this
package. You cannot be. Come on. Now, if you actually are serving me, and the sad thing is they say that women of color are the worst tippers. Word. And they see us coming, and I'm sure they're like, oh my God, these heifers ain't going to tip. But that's not the case. If you provide excellent service, I'm going to tip you at least 18 to 20%.
Exactly.
18 to 20% off the top. If I can't afford to tip, I am not going out, people.
Yeah, if I'm sitting down and you're bringing stuff to me and you're waiting on me, then you're getting a tip.
Absolutely.
But if I'm coming to you and walking up to the iPad and you're just putting in the order and then I'm just standing there with...
What are you doing for me besides what you're supposed to do? What your job is to pack the meal so I can come get it. I didn't understand that. But this delivery driver clearly said, nice house. Thanks for the $5 tip.
I mean, but he don't know what they're going through. That $5, she could
but
be going...
isn't $5 a lot for a $20 pizza?
That's 25%. Yeah, that is enough.
Dude, like you got $5. She really could have gave you $1 and tipped you. Seriously.
Yeah, because 18% of that, $20 might be like $3
and something cents, and you complain about $5. Like, seriously, I don't know. Even with my DoorDashers, like I don't really order DoorDash because I just think it's overrated and overpriced. Like, you're paying tax and then you're paying for them to deliver. But if the DoorDash person reads my instructions and gets it to the T,
they're getting a tip.
You definitely getting a tip, and I'm gonna give you an extra $2 because I feel like you really was paying attention. Some of them don't pay attention. No, not at all. They don't read the additional verbiage or comments that you leave to them. So if you read it and I come outside and it's sitting where it's supposed to be sitting, and he read it, you're getting an extra $2. Like, I feel like certain things you have to pay attention to the details. So I feel like certain things you should be doing if a person is listening and paying attention. I think that's important. I mean, I feel like with my job, I get a bonus because I'm doing my job. Exactly. So every year that my company looks and says, okay, well, she did excellent this year, so we're going to give her a bonus. And it's based off of what our company makes for that year. So if they do good, we did good. Yeah. We're the ones doing all the work, making you millionaires every day. Seriously, we're doing all the work. So that really, I was like, the guy got a bigger tip than he should have got. Why are you complaining?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because you felt like you should have got a $10 tip on a $20 pie? No, sir.
No, you remember I used to drive Uber back in the day, and there was no tipping in the app when I first started.
Wow.
Yeah,
even with the Uber drivers, that they carry on a great conversation. Like, we had one when we went to Stockbridge for the 4th of July festivities. Katana and I went, and the guy was nice. He was from Argentina. He was really nice. We were speaking. I know Katana was probably irritated because we spoke Spanish the entire time.
Yeah.
She probably was like, "Oh my God,
like,
they're getting
English.
on my nerves." Yes, Katana, we was talking Spanish, so she was just probably like, "They getting on my nerves." But we had a great conversation. I tipped him $2.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, great conversation. His car smelled very clean. Sometimes I've gotten in cars where the seats look dirty and I don't even want to sit down.
For sure.
Like, aren't y'all supposed to be cleaning this thing? While we was in New Orleans, we had a Uber driver that texted us and said, "I'm coming in this type of car," instead of the car that was on the
that's
thing.
when you get canceled. I'm canceling. I don't trust you.
We canceled it. It's so funny because we were like, wait a minute, why is he texting us telling us he's not coming in this truck, but he's coming in a car? I was like, cancel that. And then he ends up picking up the ride again. So Tiffany texted and was like, "We do not want to ride with you, so please stop accepting the ride."
Yeah, for sure.
So it was like,
we're not getting
dude,
in your car.
I don't know if we get in the car, you going to take us to like the lady that
Anything
was
could
being
happen,
taken to
yeah,
Mexico,
for sure.
she thought, and she ended up killing the Uber driver. Like at the end of the day, it's scary out here.
Exactly.
And you don't know. And I was like, that's not normal. Uber doesn't allow that.
No, they
or
don't.
Lyft.
No, that's just people just... He might have had something going on with his
His
car
car.
and stuff, but it's like, yo,
I don't trust that.
yeah, I ain't trusting that either.
I ain't trusting that. So, All right. So in the news, let's talk about. Did you hear about the young lady? Her name was I think it's Tanitra Chappelle in the jail, pleading for her life. I forgot what jail she was in, but pleading for her life,
Let's see if I can find
saying
what
that
jail
her
she was.
stomach was hurting, and the jail just dismissively did not care.
Yeah.
It was 13 hours before a paramedic came and she died.
She was dead when they got there? Or was she,
She
like
died.
in the midst of
No,
dying?
she was in the midst of dying. After 13 hours of begging. Like, there was no urgency in their remarks or responses to her need and her begging for help.
It says Louisville. She was in
Louisville, Kentucky.
Yep.
23 years old, y'all. There
Dang,
should be
that's sad.
justice for Tanitra.
yeah,
Is
for
it
sure.
Tanitra her name?
Yeah, Tanitra Chappelle.
Chappelle.
Tanisha Chappelle.
Tanisha Chappelle.
Yeah.
Like, there should be justice for Tanisha, y'all.
Yeah, whoever that guy was that was talking, because I heard the audio clip you played that was like,
He was just like, if you're not coughing up blood,
Which
if you're
she
not
was.
coughing up something
Yeah, crazy. He said,
crazy, if you're not
coughing
coughing up something crazy, then there's nothing I can do.
yeah, put him in that cell now. Let's see if he
Those
coughs
jail,
up crazy.
and then they called the nurse, and the nurse was like, "We'll see. She could see the doctor tomorrow. She'll be all right."
That's sad.
Like, y'all really killed a 23-year-old healthy girl.
Yeah. What was she in jail for? Do we know?
I don't remember. Does it say?
I'ma
Can
see
you
if I
Google
see.
it and see? Oh my gosh. Saddest thing ever. Like, nobody should be in police custody and lose your life. This is like the third incident of this happening. What is the rapper that's in jail right now? And they said he's sick. So rapper that's in jail right now, he's sick. And they're asking for his release because they say he's not getting the proper medical attention either.
Yeah, no, I don't see what she was in jail for. But yeah, that's sad. The justice system is a horrible,
Just
all
horrible,
around, like all
deplorable.
around.
Like, you don't care.
Yeah, man. Like, how would they feel if they were in that situation? Because people deserve to redeem themselves for the mistakes they made in life.
Absolutely.
Not to be treated like looked down upon, looked at crazy just because they made a mistake in their life for real.
Yeah. It's like he was, did you know Fetty Wap was in jail?
Yeah, he was in jail for living out his name, selling fentanyl.
Oh, is that what it was?
Fetty Wap, for real.
Yeah, he's been in jail.
Is that who they said was sick?
No, this is, I can't think of who he is, but he's like a rapper. I think he's out of New York. They say he's in jail and that he needs medical attention, and he's not getting the proper medical attention. I'm gonna have to look that up, y'all, and bring it back to y'all. But
Yep,
I mean, nobody should have to die in prison when there's proper doctors. Like, the doctor will come in or take them to the hospital. What's the big deal? Because you don't want to do your job. It's
That's
paperwork, and you don't want to have to do the
You're
paperwork.
trying to be lazy.
Guess what? You're going to go to jail because you done killed somebody. At the end of the day, you can't be doing that kind of stuff. Yeah, so that was one thing. Another thing was that I wasn't there when they were talking about this, But they talked about Kamala Harris talking at the Essence Festival. But they talk about her engagements all the time. It's like she doesn't come prepared to speak about the topics that she's supposed to be talking about. So at Essence, of course, it's Black culture. It's the biggest festival on Black culture. And they were like, she was stumbling through her words. You heard the audio.
Yeah.
She was kind of stumbling through her words. It didn't make sense. It was just like you're piecing stuff together. Like, why would you not come prepared for your speech at the Essence Fest, where you are trying to get more Black voters? Yeah. They said Black voters put Biden into office. You're the first Black woman president. Like, why would you not come prepared, have your speech prepared to have that conversation in front of Black America?
She had a long night on Bourbon Street the day before.
Probably so. Yeah, let me find out Kamala was on Bourbon Street. Oh my God. But they said that's not the first time that she's come unprepared to topics. Like, you're the vice president. This is stuff you should be preparing for. Why are you not?
Yeah, you're supposed to be a good example
of a leader.
She sounded better than Biden, though. He don't come prepared.
But he's old, though. I don't think he has his. Do they not get their speeches prepared anymore?
I don't know. Somebody used to write them or type them up for them.
Right, type them up, put them on a card, something. I think that if you're not doing that, you need to go back to doing that. Yeah. Go back to the basics of politics. Let somebody write your speech. Make sure that you're coming in there prepared. You are the face of Black America right now. The first Black woman president. Like, you should definitely... vice president, excuse me. You should definitely come prepared. I think the one thing about Barack Obama is that he spoke very eloquently. His swag was definitely that. All the women were falling over him because he just had that ability to speak to people.
And that's important when you're trying to get the world to follow.
Absolutely. Preparation is important for anything that you do. I don't care what you're doing, a speech, a job. You know that you're going to go teach something. You have to come prepared to speak to that topic and at least appear to be knowledgeable. Yeah. Like I always say, I deal with $1 million clients. I always say I am not the expert. I always try to bring my experts in there because I don't want to sound or look like a fool because I'm not an expert. But when it comes to the topics that are within my scope, I need to be prepared to talk about that. And you have to be prepared, especially where you are in the face of a lot of people that don't look like you.
Yeah. Oh, even more need to, because they're judging you. Yeah.
Oh, they're judging you as soon as you walk in. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even I went to visit a client not too long ago, and I was like, I felt like they were looking at my nails. Because my nails are always done, so it's so funny because I felt like they were looking at my nails, probably looking at my hair. I had my hair like this, probably looking at my hair, and they're like, oh, she's a professional. Don't get it twisted. Like, at the end of the day, I am very professional. I have a master's degree. It's like, I know how to do the job. Just don't let the appearance trying to figure me out. Yeah. And it's so funny because we just had a call with the same client. They were talking about social media and Twitter. These Twitter threads was being talked about. I don't even know what they were talking about. They had more knowledge than I did, but they were laughing about it. And I was like, oh, are they on Twitter? Because I'm not even on Twitter. Like, at the end of the day, like, oh, you learn something different about people in that instance. So it was like, oh. And then my the person that was on the phone with me, he was talking about being a millennial and how he likes to text, and I was like, oh, I'm really learning some things about people. But you do have to come in prepared to speak about what you should be presenting to people. You can't come in there looking crazy. They're talking about you, Kamala. They're talking about your speeches. You got to come more prepared, or pay somebody to write them for you.
Something.
Because you, of anyone coming from an Indian mother, and I think her father was African American, like, you should definitely be prepared to have those conversations. I don't know. That's just my opinion. As a woman, we have to, as women and women of color, we have to come representing. Come and be ready to do what you got to do. And make sure that you do it well, right? Yeah, am I wrong or right?
No, and we got Chat GPT, the little AI thing. So just tell it what you need your speech to be
about.
I
don't know about that. I can't trust that. I don't know. I don't trust that completely. But if you say so, son, well, I don't know.
Hey, I don't trust cultural speech that I could perform at Essence Fest.
There might be 3 people saying that same speech. Oh my God.
That's
Don't
funny.
do that, Kamala. Just hire you somebody to say, this is the topic. This is what we're going to talk about. And then read the speech before you get there. Because maybe somebody is writing her speech and she's just not reading it.
Yeah, that's true. She might be too busy.
I mean, sometimes, I'm guilty of that sometimes too, coming in open with nothing because I'm like, I'm too busy. I didn't have a chance to prepare. But you should always find the time to prepare, whether it's off the clock, on the clock. Don't take a lunch break. You got to find the time to do what you got to do because you got to represent well. That's important. So let's talk, man, K-Song, Keke Palmer and her baby daddy. Now, what do you think about this? Because I feel like as a man, he probably shouldn't have said what he said on social media. He probably should have picked up the phone and said, babe, I don't agree with that outfit you got on today. You're a mother. Yeah. But to post that, I think something was already going on between them.
At home, yeah, for sure.
Because then somebody commented like, they was like,
what, moms can't be sexy? It's like, what are you saying?
Moms can't be sexy. Or did you not see her before she left the house? Yeah. Obviously, he did not see her before she left the house.
Yeah, I don't think men should tell women what they should wear. To be honest.
And what does being a mom have to do with anything?
And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what are you trying to say? That she can't, like, moms aren't sexy?
You can't be sexy because you're a mother? He was
hating. That's what I take it as. He was like, oh, dang. Like, Usher about to be on
she was
her body.
Yeah.
Like,
and they were saying Usher's the villain and all of this because Usher sings to everybody.
Yeah.
And it's funny because they said that Winnie Harlow was at the concert, but she was sitting on her boyfriend's lap, so he couldn't really mess with her.
Exactly.
But it says that all the women that come to his concert, I'm going to tell you though, my girlfriend, Davion, went to see him in Vegas, and she said it was the most incredible show.
I heard it was a great show.
She has ever seen. She said Usher performs his butt off, and she said, did you think of Usher as a sex symbol? She said, Usher is sexy as hell. And I was like, what? No, I never thought of Usher as a sex symbol. But if you think about the songs that he sings, he really is a sex symbol.
These are my confessions.
Yeah, right. So it's like, wow, Usher. But my girlfriend said his show is amazing.
Yeah, because he has a residency right now in Vegas, right?
When does that end? I might need to take a trip.
I think it's like a year residency.
A year residency?
And it started in like May or something.
Oh, okay.
March or May.
Oh, yeah. In March it started because that's when she went. She went to almost one of his first shows.
Yeah, that's fire.
Man, she was like, Usher is incredibly talented. She was like, he's handsome. Girl, he puts on a show over there gyrating. I was like, what?
That's funny. She said gyrating. Oh, she was loving the show.
She was loving the show. She was loving the show. Oh, Davion,
I think Keke Palmer's boyfriend, because it's not even her husband, but
the baby daddy.
And when you're with an entertainer, you can't. They're supposed to entertain. They're supposed to get people talking. Like,
but it's funny because she created some videos after that where she's holding the baby and she's singing. She was singing a Smokey Robinson song. I can't think of the name of the song Keke Palmer was singing. But, oh my God, it was so incredible because it was super cute. And it's Keke Palmer.
Yeah, man.
It's Akilah the Bee, y'all.
And she looked good to me when in the outfit she had on. I don't think she was doing too much.
I don't think so either. I think it was tasteful.
I think so too.
I mean, it was tasteful. It's Keke Palmer, y'all. Like, she's a performer at the end of the day. Exactly. She's beautiful. She's not married. Yes, she has a baby with him. But
so, I was watching something. They was like, "Put your phone down, and do your chores." And they were saying that about the boyfriend.
Oh my God!
Put your phone down, go do your chores.
Know. But she's playful. Like, you have to know her. I'm sure that he, knows now. I mean, you have to know this. His brother even commented, like, how was it when she was introduced to the family? And he was like, it's Keke. Like, she's hilarious. She's funny. Like, her personality. So he should know, like, that's her personality. It's nothing. I'm not being inappropriate with this man. Usher has a whole family, y'all. You know what I'm saying? He's not married, but he has a whole partner and 2 children with her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, what are you being jealous about? It's Usher. At the end of the day, I don't know. I just felt like I'm trying to find a video. Maybe if I went to her page, I could see it.
I don't know. I think I wouldn't have been mad at it at all.
No, and she's just beautiful.
People be sensitive. You know what I mean? It's like.
Yeah, but you don't need to put that. I don't understand why you would post that on social media instead of just...
If he was feeling some type of way, like literally call her or text her.
Like call her and say, babe, I don't like that outfit. Like...
Yeah, that would have been more acceptable, I believe.
She did this video. She's talking about the link up. But she said, you ain't stopping nothing over here. I'm trying to find the one with the baby. I don't see it, though. I'll find it later, though. But I just think that she's so cute. And the baby's so cute. Cleotis, that's the name? Or Leotis. He's got an old man name, but he cute as all. He look just like his dad, that's too. A good name. He's super cute. He's super cute. Like, dude, don't be jealous. Don't break up your relationship and be jealous because she's being cute. Jealous. Yeah, like, don't be jealous. It's Usher. At the end of the day, Usher has a whole family, and she's a beautiful person, and that's her personality. She's outgoing. She's always been like that. She Keke Palmer.
Exactly.
Come on, don't be jealous. All right. So let's go into greens and gravy.
Greens and greens. You said greens and gravy.
Greens and gravy. Oh my
you
God.
Hungry?
No, I ate already. That's so funny. So do you think Usher's the villain though? Because Charlamagne and DJ Envy said Usher's the villain. Like he intentionally doing stuff and getting people mad.
I mean, it's part of the show. If I was Usher and whoever bring their girl there, because they say it's part of every show he does that.
Yeah, he does that. He's had some guys even proposing to their women there. Have you seen that? I thought that was cute too. It's like, one guy came in there and Usher's like, "Where's the ring?" He was like, "I don't have the." He'd been with this lady for 17 years.
And don't got a ring.
And don't have a ring. Usher was like, "Man, go sit down somewhere."
That's funny.
Like, I let you stand up. I'm thinking you're gonna propose and you ain't bring no ring. And you been with this. He just professed his love for her. 17 years, girl. You better kick him to the curb and just go on and move on. He ain't gonna marry you. That's 17 years he ain't married you. What is he waiting for? Yeah. You ain't getting no younger.
To get a ring?
To get a ring?
Yeah, he's waiting.
Hey, if that's it, I'm gonna stay out of it. I'm gonna go to greens and greens. Not greens and gravy, but greens and greens. So let's talk about I was in greens and greens we talk about either health. This is our health and wealth segment. So I want to talk about naturally. So some people have fatty livers. So in order to naturally get your liver back to normal, there is a recipe that you can use, and you do it for 5 days, and it actually works. And I don't know the source because I found it on Instagram and I thought it was good. I think I'm going to do it for 5 days.
I need to try
just to clean your liver out. But it's 5 ounces of extra virgin olive oil. A half an ounce. Yeah. 5 ounces. It's 5 days. A half an ounce of extra virgin olive oil, a half an ounce of lemon juice, and then just a little sprinkle of cayenne pepper.
Yeah, spice it up.
Yeah, spice it up. And then you just, on a spoon, you just take it, or in a cup, you just take it, a shot of it for 5 days. And it supposedly rejuvenates your liver. They said they did tests, and if you had a fatty liver, it basically brought the functioning of your liver back to normal.
Back to normal, yeah. That's crazy. That sounds like everybody might need that.
Yeah, I mean, everybody. I think that everyone should at least. Have you ever had a colon cleanse?
No. I would be into it. Yeah, I need to clean my colon.
A colon cleanse basically is going to a spa and they run warm water through your intestines. So they put a tube. Men might not like this. Women, we don't care too much.
I ain't tripping on that.
Yeah, it's about health. It's funny because Katana did this for her boyfriend for his birthday, or for her guy friend for his birthday, and he didn't know what to expect. Yeah. So he was like, I'm never doing that again.
No word. That's funny.
He didn't like it. But I mean, you can see it cleansing your colon. Like getting a colon cleanse, especially if you eat red meat and pork, you should definitely go get, because those are things that are hard. It takes 30 days to digest a piece of beef.
That's great.
You don't really want that. 30 days. That's a long time. So definitely there's some things that you guys could be doing out there to really think about. Working out is one. 100%. I work out at least 3 days a week, doing some type of cardio, weightlifting. What I've noticed is that for myself, weightlifting, it really has helped me maintain my weight. Even though I'm not doing a lot of cardio, because I used to run a lot and I would just be so thin, be just thin. But now that I've incorporated weightlifting a lot more than I used to, and a lot of HIIT exercises. That really helps build muscle and maintains your weight where you're not,
shedding all
just shedding off the muscle. Because when you're running and doing a lot of cardio, you're shedding off the muscle, people. You don't want to. I used to be a runner, like 9 miles a week, like just running. But it's not good to do that because your muscle atrophies after a certain amount of miles, they said. It begins to atrophy. So definitely there's a lot of things you can do. Make sure you're working out. Drink a lot of water. We talked about heat exhaustion last podcast. Make sure that you are drinking a lot of water because you need it. Put some lemon if you don't like it. Yeah. There's also a detox that you could put lemons, limes, cucumber, and distilled water in a container. I don't know if you remember, your dad used to do that. And it used to help with your liver. Cleanse your liver or your kidneys. One of the two, guys. But look it up. It's a good thing. I know that Sammy used to do it all the time and drink it. But do some things that you definitely got to get a colon cleanse. Do something to get all that food, all that processed toxins. And processed foods has a lot of... It's not good for you.
Yeah, we talked about the crazy stuff that they put in just to preserve shelf life.
And just think the stuff that you can eat here and you can't eat in other countries. If you can't do it in other countries, you definitely don't want to do it here. Exactly. You definitely do. Don't want to do it here. So definitely think about all of that. Think about ways to make yourself healthier. I don't care if you can't run, walk. If you can't walk long distance, get an elliptical machine and do the stairs. I've seen a lot of ladies doing the pump ones, which I was like, I'm going to invest in one too and do it myself here at home. While I'm working, you could be on this thing and just be working out. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Your mind, body, and soul is very important.
If you don't use it, you're going to lose it.
Definitely. All of it. Mental health is really crazy out here right now. There's people killing people. A guy on a moped in New York City drove through and killed, I want to say he killed one person or two people. What would possess you to do that? Riding through and you're just shooting a gun on a moped.
Was he black? What was his race?
Yeah, he was black.
Dang, man. He's bugging.
Yeah, so it's a lot of people out here with, mental health issues. Make sure you're make an appointment. Talk about it to somebody. You have to be in a better space. You know what I'm saying? You got to be, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally, you need to be in a better place, y'all. 100%. And don't be scared to seek treatment. We're all normal. We're all humans.
We all going through it.
We all going through something. We don't know what you're going through. You don't know what I'm going through. I don't know what you're going through. But seek help. It's always best to talk to somebody. If you don't have a friend or family member, seek professional help. If you feel like you've talked to your friends and family members and they haven't helped, definitely go seek professional help. There was a girl, I think she's young too, actress. I think she was like in her early 40s. She played in Mulan. She was one of the voices in Mulan. She killed herself, depression.
Really? Dang.
And it's so sad because you turn around and now it's not even shocking anymore.
I know.
Because it's just happening so much more frequently. Please get help, y'all. And that's from at Titi's House. Thank you for following, and share. Make sure that you go out to our social media platforms and YouTube. Yep. Spotify.
We're back on iHeart. Yep.
We're waiting for Apple.
Yeah, we're trying to get that right.
Yeah, we're trying to get that right. It's me, as I forget my passwords and stuff too. Dang, I'm sorry. But anyway, continue to follow, and share, and we will see y'all next week. We are out of here.